Well, the first big takeaway I have is clearly the Dodgers aren't 100% happy and satisfied with their roster. They could consider making a trade for a position player. This is from Bob Nightengale, has linked the Dodgers with Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. Bob Nightengale says that multiple teams, including the Dodgers and the Cubs, are closely monitoring third baseman Ryan McMahon as a potential trade candidate. So you got the Cubs, you got the Dodgers. They're monitoring Ryan McMahon. What does that even mean? They're monitoring him. Does that mean they're checking his stats every day? Does that mean that they're wondering if the Colorado Rockies are going to be sellers? I got news for you, man. The Colorado Rockies, they're one of the worst franchises in all of professional sports. They're 8-38. They should trade everyone for everything. They've already fired their manager. And I think that the reason why the Dodgers are intrigued is because Ryan McMahon is a guy that they've had their eyes on for a couple of years now. I mean, just like we saw with Tommy Edman, they've liked Tommy Edman for years. And the first opportunity they had to really get him, they jumped on it and they gave him an extension. And what they like about Ryan McMahon is, one, you're getting premium defense. He is a plus defender, an 87th percentile, a 2 outs above average guy, takes his walks in the 95th percentile, hits the ball hard. That's always been something the Dodgers look at. He's in the 80th percentile in barrel percentage, 80th percentile in hard hit percentage, and he's 96th percentile in average exit velocity. I can guarantee you that this is one of the big reasons why the Dodgers are interested in Ryan McMahon, is because of those advanced peripherals that they think, hey, we get our hands on this dude, we can fix him, right? The Dodgers are that club that looks at, the girls that like the kind of the dudes have something wrong with them, but they think they can fix them. Like, that's kind of what the Dodgers are. They think they can fix everyone. And with Ryan McMahon, he's a guy that has shown that he has a lot of potential. I mean, defensively at third base, he's great. Not good, he's great. He's a very, very good defender. Issue with Ryan McMahon this year, he hasn't been overly productive, and that's evidenced by his numbers being down. Right now this year for Ryan McMahon, he's hitting .209 with an 89 weighted runs created plus through 182 plate appearances in 2005. So, look, you're on a bad team, and we saw what the Dodgers were able to do when they take bad players from bad teams and put them in a great organization. But yeah, McMahon's an option, man. He really is. I think you look at where he's been in May. Look at his most recent numbers. In May, he's in .333, slugging .667 in 61 plate appearances. So he had an extended slump, but he's out of that slump. He's an elite defender at third base, and then offensively, he's picking things up. Now, he's not a guy that is an MVP level bat or anything like that. Throughout his career, the best number he's posted offensively have all been below average, right? That's just kind of who he is. But we saw in 2022, he's close to league average. He's a guy that can get you 20 to 25 home runs. Basically, that's what he is. A guy that strikes out a lot, anywhere from 25 to over 30% of the time, but it's going to give you 25 home runs and really good defense. And then you look at his contract situation and where he's at, he's not going to be a free agent until after the 2027 season. He signed a 6-year, $70 million contract with the Rockies. So, look, you look at where he's at, you get him for 2025, the remainder of this season. Next year, 2026, you owe him $16 million. In 2027, $16 million. He's got a player option in 2027 if he's top 5 in the MVP voting this year. So that's probably not going to happen. In 2026, he has a player opt-out if he's top 5 in MVP voting. So he didn't meet that from 22 to 2024. So just throwing it out there, Ryan McMahon, monitor him. Bob Nightengale says they're monitoring him. And then the next question becomes, how has Max Muncy been of late? Is Max Muncy turning around? Definitely has had a better week for sure. Max is hitting .210 now. He's 6% below league average at a 94 weighted runs created plus. You're seeing harder contact from Muntz. For the week 2 series for Max Muncy, Let's check out how he did. Max Muncy for last week, he ended up going 6 for 17, hitting 353 with 1193 OPS, hit 2 home runs and a double. So if he continues to hit, then absolutely. There's no reason why the Dodgers wouldn't stay with Max Muncy if he's going to be a guy that's out there giving you extra base hits, hitting the ball hard, getting RBIs, coming through in the clutch. And then defensively, he had another error overthrow. I mean, he's not the greatest defender for sure. I mean, if you compare Muncy and McMahon defensively, there's no question that McMahon's a better defender. Max Muncy this season with the glove, he's had his ups and downs for sure. Overall, though, he's in the 4th percentile in outs above average. So he's -4 outs above average. So the glove's not been great all season. The bat's picking up of late. We'll see how it goes. But I think that takes me to my next big takeaway is no one is safe in this Dodgers organization. Only the best will stay and only the best will play. And we learned that this week. What did I say this week? I said, do the Order 66, right? What must be done eventually should be done immediately. And clearly, they watched this show because you DFA'd Austin Barnes. A few days later, you DFA'd Chris Taylor. The Dodgers DFA'd 2 of their beloved guys, right? 2 clubhouse leaders that fans really liked. But unfortunately, if you're not good at your job, when you're not good at your job, you either get fired or replaced. And that's what happened. Both those guys were not good at their jobs anymore. And that's evidenced by every single stat you want to bring up. And it was a tough decision. And the Dodgers are making tough decisions because they think that they have better options. And clearly we saw that this week. But it was wild to see, but I wasn't surprised. It was a tough decision, but it was a no-brainer. Since Shohei Ohtani was signed here, that they looked him in the eye and said, we're going to try to win as many World Series titles. You deferred money. And we are going to make sure that we put together the best roster. And there's no way that they could say with a straight face that they were doing that if they kept Chris Taylor and Austin Barnes on the roster when you have Ha-Seong Kim, who we talked about there, and Dalton Rushing as well. So the bottom line is this is a byproduct of having a healthy organization. When you have a healthy organization that has sustained winning, you are acquiring players through free agency that work out. Some do, some don't. You are making trades for players at the deadline that help you win now. Last year, Tommy Edman, Michael Kopech, guys like that. Mookie Betts long term. And then let's not forget the farm system is a major part. It's the lifeblood of a winning organization. And that's what we are seeing right now. We've lived long enough with this organization to experience the sad moments of these types of deals.